Some women don't chase, and yet, they are never forgotten. They leave behind no explanation, no plea, no apology, only the quiet weight of their absence, and in that silence, a man's mind becomes a haunted place, echoing with all the words he wishes he'd heard from her lips, not because of what she did, but because of what he never got to see. She does not walk into a room and claim it. She lets the room come to her. She is not loud in her beauty, nor obvious in her charm. Her power is subtler, more dangerous. She holds her life like a closed book, not because there is nothing to tell, but because not everyone deserves the story. In Jungian terms, she is an unclaimed projection, the enema he cannot yet name. She becomes the doorway to his inner landscape, the depths he has ignored, the truths he has buried, the boyhood longing he thought was gone. She doesn't answer every question, she doesn't soothe every doubt, and in that restraint, she becomes something rare, unforgettable. When a man encounters mystery, he encounters himself. Her silence becomes a mirror, reflecting back his shadow, the pieces of himself he has yet to confront. Her absence of explanation forces him inward. This is where the addiction begins, not to her body, not even to her affection, but to the psychic disturbance she awakens in him. The ego, his fragile king, does not know what to do with a woman who cannot be controlled, persuaded, or bent to routine, and so the more she remains beyond reach, the more his mind circles her like a dream he cannot wake from. Carl Jung once wrote that every man carries within him the eternal image of woman, shaped by the first feminine presence in his life, colored by loss, sharpened by desire. When he meets a woman cloaked in mystery, she becomes the perfect canvas. He begins to paint her with strokes of longing, imagining virtues, sins, tenderness, danger. Yet she never steps forward to confirm or deny the image, and so the fantasy grows unchecked. The less she reveals, the more his mind works to fill the silence. He is no longer addicted to her. He is addicted to the version of her that exists only in his own mind. This is the tension that unravels him. He finds himself lingering where she lingers, studying the smallest changes in her tone, scanning her eyes for some hidden message. Yet she offers no predictable rhythm, sometimes warm, sometimes cool, sometimes absent altogether. Here the ancient dance of attachment begins to play out, his longing colliding with his pride, his hunger battling his fear of exposure, because, somewhere deep inside, he suspects that if she ever truly looked into him, she would see the parts he hides from everyone else. What he doesn't understand is that her mystery is not a performance. She is not withholding to manipulate, she is simply not available to be consumed. Her attention is not a currency she trades, it is an offering she chooses with care. She lives by an economy of energy, knowing that some hungers cannot be satisfied. Without being drained, she tends to her own inner fire first. Her allure is not the product of clever tricks, but of a woman who knows that her life is hers, not an open stage for anyone's endless gaze. For her, the work is not in keeping him hooked. The work is in staying rooted in herself. She understands what Jung called individuation, the journey of becoming whole, of drawing back the projections of others and living as her full, unfragmented self. Her magnetism comes not from darkness, for its own sake, but from the truth that she does not bend herself into the shape of another's desire. Men feel the gravity of that truth, though few can name it. The secret addiction every man has to a woman's mystery is not really about her at all. It is about his own unclaimed soul. She stands as a temptation, yes, but also as a mirror. To desire her is to desire the parts of himself that he has not yet made peace with. She does not need to break this spell for him. She is not here to complete his journey. She knows that some men will keep circling the surface of her presence, never brave enough to go where she has gone within herself, and so she moves on, walking through life untouched by the noise of pursuit, letting the right eyes find her, letting the rest dissolve like smoke in the wind. She knows that mystery is not about hiding. It is about living in a way that cannot be reduced. The woman who walks away in silence isn't weak, she simply sees more.